Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt and today we are going to continue with preparing our steam batteries for something that's going to happen in hours and hours time, but I just better to be safe than sorry. And thinking about getting back into space again, because that seems like what all the cool kids are doing today. One thing I do need to do though is this is not very well rigged in actually getting steam, so we need to probably get that sorted. Just manually for a little bit. Because it would be best to make sure we got plenty of steam coming into this whole situation. And it probably needs to be connected. Yeah, okay, so that's going to make sure the steam just come through to my steam batteries. That defensive wall is coming up pretty nicely. Honestly, I think we just look at getting space stuff done. Probably the best idea. Now, we do have these big-ass warehouses now, which is super heckin' cool. And the best way to get them working would be to probably take them up into orbit. Now, the good news is we've got a lot of stuff up here, but we could do with more. What we do want is more space manufactories. So to build those, we need a lot of low densities. A lot of low densities, no matter how you look at it, is what we've got to do. Now, the good news is they are coming through, but plastic seems to be a bit lackadaisical at the moment, which is a good choice of words, and I'm very proud that I thought about it. But for that, we do need more, what's it called, plastics coming through. And I think there is no harm in just getting plastics coming through as fast as we can manage it. So the main problem at the moment is the lack of petroleum gas, which is interesting because I would have thought we'd had that fixed by now, but clearly not. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take this gas refinery and we're going to take it over into the water. That way, if there's any problems and the gas refinery starts leaking, it's not going to go anywhere bad. It's just going to go straight in the water and everything will be fine. Because water, uh, oil in the water is not a problem. It sort of sorts itself out in the end. I am, of course, being farcical there. Ecological disasters in water are terrible, but yeah, as I said, being farcical. Okay, so we just need more petroleum that will get us more production, because we've got plenty of oil if I recall correctly. Yeah, we've got tons of oil. So what we wouldn't be too amiss doing is playing some C-Block here. If there's one thing I know, it's playing C-Block is an awesome experience and everyone should do it. Maybe. Probably not actually. C-Block is a mission. But I enjoyed my time with it thoroughly. Okay, so we need some stone bricks, which I don't really see any here, but we do need some of these, so might as well grab some of those as well. Got some steel, which we needed, stone bricks, glass. Just getting more oil refineries would just be a good time, no matter how you look at it. Okay, and you know what? We are just going to just large swath. I see no reason not to just upgrade all of these, and we will put these in. We just want 0 of these. Same as these. We don't want to carry any of them. And probably the same as these. We just don't want them. Cool. So they'll just go upgrading stuff, and at some point we'll throw all of it into a big box, and hopefully it'll upgrade one day. That's the plan we're going to go with. Just hopes and dreams, thoughts and prayers. Okay, and with that we should have 3 more of these, so that's good. In fact, if I'm just doing these, they don't even need to be separated. They could just be compact, right? They could be compact. There's no harm in that. We do probably need to pick up some pipes. Now if we're going pipes around here, so pipes is one of those things that we probably just carried a lot of at one time, put them down somewhere, and now we'll never see them again. One day we'll see a lot of pipes just hanging around. We'll be like, huh, what are they doing there? That'll be the exact sound they make. Hello, Mighty Panda. How are you doing? I mean, I asked you that like I didn't just see you like 5 minutes ago. Because I did. I mean, you know that. You were there. It's not really a mystery. Okay, and then we're going to just connect petroleum gas into there. My bots need to get their building done because I'm not doing it by hand. Because while the bots may be lazy, I am also lazy. Oh wow, I'm actually surprised we had enough for 2 more. Okay. And then we just need to put some oil in it, which... Gotta oil it up like a Scotsman. It has been oiled up. Excellent. That should make a lot of petroleum. Now, we could think about doing some stuff there to make it more productive, efficient. And this is where I realized that I probably should have thought about beacons while doing that. I do not think about beacons enough. And honestly, these don't really need to exist anymore. They were good for a while, but we just don't need it anymore. Of course, that also means now I've got a bunch of coal that I can't do anything with. Well, I can chuck it in here, actually. And that'll make more heavy oil and light oil and all that sort of shebang. Which will also make more rocket fuel. And like they've always said in the old timies, like they've always said, you can never have too much rocket fuel. That's what they say. They said in the old timies, don't you worry about it. The old timey what? I don't actually know. I would at some point probably like to put out more accumulators as well, just to be prepared for that eventuality. I'm not really worried about these. No, actually, hang on. I was worried about there not being a place for beacons. There is a place for beacons. I could put a beacon right there. Look at that. Perfect place for beacons. Oh, that's not a good place for beacons. And that needs to probably be cleaned up just a little bit. We've discovered a new moon. Always good to find a new face. And we'll have a look at that moon in just a moment. I don't honestly anticipate it being a particularly great moon. But it's good to know a moon's in the way. Okay, so we can put some beacons there. Okay. So we've got room for beacons. Awesome. So today the plan is probably also make level 3 modules because quite frankly that's pretty bad. We need to make beacons, we need to make space things. More scaffolding, always good. And if we're lucky we'll get into space again, but I don't know if that's honestly happening. I feel like it might not, but that's okay. If space doesn't happen today, I'm not super fussed. Because we did space yesterday and it was glorious. I mean, aside from the fact that I lost something because it literally disappeared. I know it sounds like I'm crazy, but it did actually disappear. I watched this VOD later and it's like, it was there 1 minute and then it was gone. So that was confusing. Alright, so let's get our life support back up. We've got these fish. Just gonna eat the fish or get rid of them. I don't know if I ate them and it looks like I ate the fish and it poisoned me. Probably not great. Okay, so advanced circuits, small electric motors, concrete and steel plate. Okay. So what I actually might do is just have the bus run down here. And actually, let's collect the whole bus. It's been a while since we've got the gang back together. And it's not a particularly great one because we put something on the way. So let's get the gang back together and see what we can do with it. That's probably not quite what I wanted. There we go. Because the plan is we can now build further down than we used to. And also, once we get off the isthmus, we then should have a little bit more building material, building space. Stone blocks. Okay. Probably should have got rid of that tree beforehand, but that's alright. Iron cogs. Sure, you know what? Happy to have them. Now, this is an interesting one because I feel like... Okay, we're going to need a lot more things for finishing this, but that's alright. That's what these projects are for, because it's been a while since we collected the whole bus. When we collect the bus together, it'll be a little bit like that. Now, these should be split off, and for some reason they're not. That's pretty bad design, honestly. I don't know if we ever need to get stone back in here, so I might just leave that where it is. Is stone actually required for anything else? Stone might be required for material testing packs. And they're going to be needed for some space sciencey things, but quite frankly, we can build them in space if we need them. There'll be space available in, stone available in space. Okay. Heat shielding. Lord knows we need heat shielding. Thankfully, it's already down there. Sulfur, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Things broke. That bad. Stop flying so I can actually see the damage. Okay. Oh, I see how it's supposed to be. It's probably supposed to be like that. Okay, awesome. We do still want sulfur, and I know there's things for sulfur that we need. Did it again. It's alright. Okay, that's sulfur. I mean, sulfur's a good resource to have as well, just in case we want to do something with it later. Plastic, we all know plastic is amazing. I don't need to tell anyone that. That might be a bit slow, but not much I can do about that. I think that's an empty line. It is. So next is advanced circuits, which should already have its line. Blues need to be set up properly. Ooh. That one could just come in perfectly in the wrong place. Okay, that's blues. And then I think last but not least was our low densities. which we'll definitely be making more of those later. But I would like to have them prepared just for now, because they're going to be needed for a bunch of cool stuff. Have we missed anything? Technically batteries and concrete. Where are those, out of curiosity? I know we had some sort of weird bus thing going on over here, which is not ideal. But we do need batteries and concrete. Now that is... Well, we might need to do something with those very soon, actually, because we're going to need logistics robots. Actually, logistics robots, we can... Because we need the flying robot frames, we need the... You know what, for now, we can just bring those down. And batteries... Where are my bloody batteries? They'll be around here somewhere, I know that much. Oh, they go through here, which is always super fun. I thought we tried to put it on the bus, but then just sort of didn't get around to it. Cool. So that would be batteries. Cool. Now the next thing I really want to worry about is getting the productivity modules down. We will also need to make efficiencies, but you know, we'll worry about that when we get there. But now, let us just get these out of the way. So stack filter inserters, we're going to go like that and like that. Now the top will need to stay being blue, because otherwise ain't nothing happening very well there. And the bottom, of course, will have to be reds for productivity. Okay. And then we will stop that being quite like that. And any new ones will be just thrust onto the belt with reckless abandon is probably the best plan. You know it's a good plan when the words reckless abandon have been used. No, it's probably fine as is for now. Flying robot frames, actually, are they used for anything else? Or do we not need to have a belt line for these? No, we really don't actually. But I do need to build them somewhere. Maybe if I just built them down here next to the robot silo. Robot silo? What am I talking about? The cargo silo. Maybe that'll be just fine. Because I anticipate, while I don't want to build a lot of robots here, they will be very good for the unloading of cargo, and that makes sense to send them up into space. So we're going to put these over here. And we're going to... The good thing about this belt is this is actually a belt straight through to the cargo rockets. So... While I would probably like it if it was a little bit more... Or less, rather. A little bit tighter into the rockets. I think I'd be happy with that. Because you always want your belt tight to the rocket. Shouldn't need to tell anyone that, it's pretty obvious. Okay, good. Now we're going to need... think red things. I don't know. What a machine. Don't we all? Okay. Logistics bots. And we're going to split this. Okay, cool. But now that'll do the trick. Probably not quite like that, actually. For now, let's just put them in a box. We do not need infinite logistics bots going to space. Now, we probably do need quite a few of them, but let's limit it. And it's going to be good to have just probably like 200 logistics bots in space for now. Actually, didn't I just do some tech that increases the attrition rate? I think I did. Yeah, we've done one of these, so won't damage things if they crash. Oh, won't damage things if they crash, so they will still crash. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at logistics then. Which is under no destruction today. More money beacons, launch satellites. I will find the thing that I'm looking for any moment now. Maybe I won't. I thought there was going to be something that would explain. I can now launch myself into space. I didn't notice that. That's fun. Okay. Doesn't look like there's anything that really tells me about attrition. That's alright. Maybe we can figure out from looking at here. Bot attrition, robot interference. What does that mean? I don't know, but as you go more into space, it gets worse. In Kamar, it's pretty high. Probably makes sense because it's real close to the sun. Oh, you know what? We never looked at the new planet we had, which is Constance, which looks like a rather small planet with holmite and some bug interference, but they can be dealt with pretty quickly. Okay, now we also need beacons, which is why we've been doing this. I think now is also probably the best time to be working on space construction things. Because this is the place you'd want to build it, right? So, space pipes. Well, let's go space belts, actually. Small electric motors, lubricant. Shit, lubricant, really? How do we make lubricant? Just heavy oil. Just heavy oil is an interesting line. Have a lot of heavy oil down here. I mean, okay, that's fine. We can probably just bring the lubricant down from... Yeah, there's probably somewhere that uses lubricant. What uses lubricant that we've built? Big electric motors? They're getting madder and madder down there. All right, and it looks like this this defensive wall is complete. Which means we can probably start pulling this all down. Honestly speaking, is probably the thing that's happening next anyway. Okay. So we need space belts, we know that. We also need space underground belts. Logically, yes. And he builds one, much like space pipes. That's annoying. And space splitters. Okay, so we need to do space belt things. So let's just put space belts there. Small electric motors, they are kind of a pain as well. So before I did get rid of those, I don't think there's anything actually there anymore. I think this is a pretty clear line, isn't it? It is. Okay, you know what? It's time to build some more small electric motors and make a new line for those because I think we've been kidding ourselves long enough. How I thought they weren't required. We'll create these over here. Because here's a pretty good place to create them. And we've got the landfill for it. So, small electric motors, what do they need? Copper cables, that's annoying. Iron gear wheels and iron plates. Well, that's okay. So what we can do is iron gear wheels, bring them in, iron plates, and here's where we do the tricky thing. Not really that tricky, let's be honest. We do that. So that way we've got those sorted. Those go down. Let's just continue the bus. That way we don't have any disasters. Because Lord knows I create a lot of disasters when doing these sorts of things. And we're going to go chonk, chonk, chonk. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I'm going to go down. And from here we want to go small electric motors. Good. How many of those do we need? 4? 4 seems a reasonable number. How much of these will actually require to fill up a belt? That'll fill up a 1/8 of a belt. Yeah. It's alright. 1/8 of a belt is fine. Okay, 6 hours to go. We know, but we're okay. I hope. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. Something like that. And then that will mean none of this will work. Neat. What was I thinking on that? Let's see. So I do need... It is a 2-to-1 situation. Alternatively, I could do this. Split them out a little bit. We actually do it more like this. 2 and 1. And that should actually work a little better because those... Yeah. That goes in. I would like it more if it was like that. And then I can go out. And we want one more of these, but I have a funny... Oh, no, we do have enough. Great. I was gonna say a funny feeling we don't have enough. We've discovered a new star, Brunus? Wait, new star? Okay. We've discovered a new star, Brunus. Cool. Welcome, Brunus. I wasn't expecting to find a star like you today. But no one expects to find a star like Brunus, really. Anyway. Brunus just got really obnoxious. Too Brutus. Brunus, rather. Okay, and so that should make my more electric motors. And we will probably just do a thing real quick where we do that. Now, I notice there's a big space there, but I feel like that might need another belt into it sometime, so I'm going to leave that there. And we're just going to expand this on the side. There we go. Lovely. Okay, now that we've got these, we need to get lubricant over here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Oh! The spaceship's ready. Neat. I think that's loading them up. I don't really want those loaded up at the moment. So what I might do is... That's sending out a signal right now, right? Which is... Okay, let's check the signals. And... Cargo rockets. Okay, so if the rocket is ready, it should be putting out a value of cargo rocket signal. Is it? It is! Okay, so... That's nice. If cargo rocket is equal to 1, not equal to 1 rather, I don't want you to be putting stuff there. So let's just test that real quick by putting that component in that I had, which apparently I have lost. That's good. Wow, a lot of turrets just open fire real... Oh, jeez. That's a lot of fire. Anyway, Oh, it's not equal to 1, derp. Cool. That way it'll allow this to back these up. Now, if I have 100, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. Nope, that's 96. Okay, well, if it has 96, then it's probably fine. And later on, we can also turn these into other things. What are they called? Packed rockets. So when we go to Kamar, for instance, we can be more ready to not die there. And when we need to leave, because I'm pretty sure we're going to Kamar, because Kamar has vulcanite and that'll really boost my iron, copper, pretty much everything production, and that's good times. So we need lubricant. We've got a good night, but you can't have a proper good night without lube. We all know that. So we can put it next to the rocket fuel, I suppose. I mean, we actually... Can we just bring in heavy oil? Is heavy oil any better? Heavy oil doesn't really give me anything that I wouldn't already have, so... No, just bring in the lubricant. Take down one less... Or have one less production chain required there. Oh damn, I've never heard those rockets fire. Or rockets? Whatever the heck these things are. Meteor Defense Installations. Heckin' cool name though. Okay. Why is that offset by 1? Probably because that one's offset by 1 and it just sort of continued. Now, of course, if I ever want to do more, I'm going to have a problem. Because there's no more room for any liquids on this bus. Not that this is a liquid bus, just to remind people. I know... Oh, shoot. Must not create a liquid bus. People will remember and never forgive. It's not about forgiveness, it's about the fact that I said I would never do it again. And I am a liar. That's alright. Oops. Okay, so from there we've got the lubricant. And we can start making our space transport belts. The good news is after we come back, we can probably go back into space real quick again. So Should be easy enough to go back and forth from space after this run. Maybe actually I should just go up there just to put the cargo landing pad up there. It's a lot of resources just to do that though. But then again, a lot of resources are going to be lost. So what I actually... Okay, yeah, we are actually going to go into space real quick. Just to get space set up properly. It's an absolute waste of resources, I know, but better to do it than not do it. And while we're going up there, we'll take other things. A request a warehouse, a bunch of request chests. Actually, we don't want to request a warehouse. That's not what we want. We want a passive provider warehouse. As much as I would love to launch into space with all this stuff, actually... The plan is we're going to go into space, we're going to set up the landing pad with the warehouse, so that way we can fly things easier there. That's a little bit of a waste. Hello, if exception! How are you doing? Functionception? I don't know. I just realized it could be kind of a use of a function. That's what FX stood for. But how are you doing? Okay, so... I think we are just going to go into... Actually, you know what? Let's go into space. But let's take these... let's just have another box. In this box, the job is... Oh no, what happened to your last base? What happened? Okay, so let's just drop a bunch of stuff off that we really don't need. Oh, well, okay. I was thinking it was something much more, like, tragic happened. Okay, so what I would like to do is send up the signals, the transmitters and the receivers. You know what we want to do? We want to put a receiver right here. Because we want to have like a little network created by these two. That will take a lot of power. That'll take 60 megawatts of power. Oh shit, really? I don't think I'm prepared for 60 megawatts of power, honestly. These are still filling up slowly. Yes, I did! It was wonderful! So, I dismantled it and I picked up scaffolding in it, and then I went into inventory and it just wasn't there. Just poof! Freaking gone! It's not a useful thing that I learned, but I did learn what happened to it. Okay, anyway, while we're there, let's make some more mirrors. Take some of these up. We might as well take some more mirrors up. Okay, let's just go up there. Oh! Oh, really? We want to make sure we don't freaking die in space. Okay then, jeez. Gonna be a prude about it. I've never seen that bug happen. Well, go. I see you were just as perplexed as me, so I appreciate that. Thank you for checking as well. Highly appreciated. Yes it does. Why has that happened with heavy industries? Or AAI, whatever that stands for. Oh. Oh. That's what happened. Well, I didn't know that. Cool. Well, the mystery has been solved. Congratulations, everyone. Are we ready to go into space for now? This is a bit of a wasteful journey, but the point of it is to just go there. I really just need to get this suit set up that I don't need to do that every time I go to space. Oh well. Another time, perhaps. Actually, glass is good. These are not. Okay. Maybe when I come back I'll fix the suit up so I don't need to do this every time. But not today. Clearly I've got some of it ready. Personal batteries, portable, these things, a couple of rubber ports. I mean, we can make those. Those aren't hard to make. I think the problem was when I wanted to make them, I realized it required low densities, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Okay, so it's not going to be a long trip in space. That's not the point of the trip in space. The point is just to get a couple of more things set up. So let's go. Oh, you know what? I do need one more thing. My wife requested that I write her name in space. And woe be the man that does not write their wife's name in space. Also, that probably needs to be resolved sooner rather than later, now that I look at it. So we're going to go a little bit of a delay while we try and protect that base a little bit better, because I could see that going real bad real soon. But after that, oh boy, we're going into space. This is me just being really anxious and avoiding space. Like, oh, but I left the sink on. I can't possibly go to space when the sink's on. Okay, but we actually do need to make sure they don't murderize my base while I'm gone. Because losing copper production means a lot of base stuff just stops. I don't need to tell anyone that. Like, copper is hugely important. I don't think it matters the mod you're playing. I think copper is always hugely important. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some mods copper doesn't matter, but I feel like that's not true. Oh yeah, I do not have my jetpack speed right now. I don't mind if they attack from the top. It's just the east side they could attack from that's pretty bad. And that should deal with everything that's going on there. I like the type of damage that this, like, flamethrower ammo does fire damage. Tesla gun ammo does damage? Like, the game doesn't even know. The game's just like, it does damage, what more do you want? And then it just backhands you. It's rude that way. Okay, now we go to space. And we've got lots more scaffolding, which is nice. We've got some requester chests. We can start setting up space things. The requester chests are required, so that way when space happens, we can start setting up the bus in space. All very good. Okay. No turning back now. Office orbit. We've got nothing in the cargo. That's fine. Let's launch this puppy. And it is starting to make another rocket as we speak. Maybe. Or maybe it's just getting lost. I don't really know. Well, the good news is we didn't crash into our base this time. Bad news is, did I just lose all my drones? Oh, because my drones were trying to repair things. Foolish drones. Let's go get my drones back, because otherwise I'm going to lose them forever. Shit, they're far away. It wouldn't be a trip into space without something going wrong. Oh, it's such a shame of all the things to go wrong while out in space. Fire, fire burns much brighter. Why do you have fast transport belts on you? Is that everyone? Nope, one got left behind. No man gets left behind! Why do they have fast transport belts though? That's the real question. Okay, now no one's left behind. Great. So we removed one of my life support, but we're still going to find space for 2 hours, which is way more time than we're planning to be here today. Okay, cool. The plan is we're going to do this. And this is where it's going to be. That is the landing pad. We're going to name it Novice Orbit Landing Pad. Honestly, I cannot think of a name that's better than that. We're going to put a passive provider warehouse right there. And we're going to put a roboport here. Now the point of this is that way when the ships comes in, it all gets loaded into here, and the machine can just divvy it out as required. I don't really have a plan for those yet, but plan here is that these don't go there. They do need to go in space construction. That's fine. Now the other thing I want to do while I'm doing this is, where is my space constructor? My space manufactory? You know it's here. I literally saw it before I came up here. I'm not doing this again. Come on. I know you're in there. You are in there somewhere. Okay. Top row. Ah, thank you very much. Much appreciated. So, multi-spectrals. And we're going to put a chest here. Actually, and we for now probably can. Let's empty this out. We've discovered a new star. What, are we just discovering stars now? Okay, we'll empty out that warehouse. I think to discover more of the stuff, we'd actually have to go over there. Heat shielding. Grab 100 of those. Low density. Actually, there we go. That works. Oldest trick in the book. Oh, actually, I suppose we need to put the drones in there too. Right, I was wondering that. So we'd have to actually go over to orbit there. So we can probably even turn that off now. At least for the time being, because it's not really doing much for us. It'll just keep wasting our resources that we could honestly use for other things. Okay. So we do still need lubricant and cosmic gel, which we still have some of those. We should have pipes somewhere. I know we had space pipes, we do. Oh yeah, I suppose that's true. No harm in doing it, I suppose. No one's going to be hurt. Okay, yeah, we'll keep doing it then. I'm convinced. Okay, and so now all we're going to do is wait for the things to fill that up. Put the low densities in there. Put the space scaffolding in there. There we go. Let's even split it just a little bit. Just so that, no, that wasn't a splitter. That's a splitter. Just to try and get this emptied out a little bit faster. It's going to take a little while, unfortunately. The whole point of this is... Oh hey, there's my modules I was looking for. Want those. Things that I can stay up here. Don't think there's probably any much harm in preparing more like power. We're not gonna have the good power up here, but hey, it's gonna be at least basic power, and that'll be enough probably. I mean, every one of these produces 280 kilowatts. I mean, that's pretty decent no matter how you look at it. Okay, so power is, we've got 24 megawatts of power available to us, so that's probably enough for now. Now while that continues to unload, it's time to do what I promised my wife, which is to write her name down. Fortunately, she's got a slightly longer name than old friend Nuke. And she gets it for free because, you know, she's my wife. G... That's looking something kind of different where H... T... And if you want your name written up in the base and lights, just, oh. Yeah, that's going to break it. See what's happened there, because that was the color one. Oops. You've just got to pay the 5,000 thingamybobs, and that'll do it. Okay. 5,000 channel points, they're free, and you can get your name up in lights too. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't need to spend resources. Whatever. P... A... Nope. Same letter, but it shouldn't do. There we go. A, we're going to connect that with a cable. Okay. N D A. Okay. Characters in the way. Well, obviously that doesn't surprise me. Aren't I always kind of in the way when my wife wants something? Mighty Panda, and then last two letters, M-E. We ran out of things. It's alright. It's always important to just go up in space and spend all your resources on something like this. Later on I'll make it flash, but I'm not doing that right now. And that was the wrong one. Always good to spend your resources further. Okay. D. Okay, Mighty Panda. No, it's not meant to be that. Meant to be an M. And then an E. Okay, so now her name's up in lights. Good. And she wanted it blue, if I recall correctly. Did you want it in blue? She can't hear me. Fine. And in blue. Or was it purple? Maybe in purple. I spelled her name wrong. I'm glad you can't hear me now. Right, Panda. Just put one more. It's okay, she'll never know. She's not going to watch the VOD or anything, so it's fine. It's a Y. Might Panda. There we go. Now we've got the correct colors in there. And we're going to be lazy and we're not going to spend... Nope. Nope. There we go. And that last one isn't using colors. There we go. And we do need to actually power it. There we go. Tribute to my wife. There we go. It's done. Whether she wanted it or not. The good news is these should start to be being made soon. Meteors are fired. I don't know what they exploded on, but we really probably need to get defenses up here at some point. Just help it move some things along. Probably more drones would be good too at some point. Once we get these made, then it'll be good. It'll be good to have more things set up. Might as well speed module them. And every 4 of these will make me a cool new thing. Now, someone could say, was this really the best use of low densities? No, but I'm doing it anyway. Because I really want the extra safe power on the planet. Which I think we've run out of glass is actually the real issue. Yeah, we've run out of glass. Okay, that's fine. We switch these around. And we request solar panels that are different. Don't think we're going to be making too many of them, but we made some. And actually, I think we did have some of the other ones already in here somewhere. We did, so we can make one more. Yay! Okay, and with that, we are done for now. We made 9 more solar panels. We put a landing pad up here. I probably should go pick up that capsule, which is all the way over there. That's probably important. Should we pick this up as well? I think we should probably pick all this up as well. Just a bunch of scrap. It's always important to clean up space when you're done with it. What I feel anyway. Cannot insert scrap. Well then, oh, you know what? We do have some more things to put in the box because we don't need to take these solar panels or space scaffolding. We might as well drop those off as well. Don't need those, don't need those. Probably don't need those. Yeah, might as well drop those off as well. No reason to hold on to them, I suppose. Because I suppose anything you send up here stays up here. This is going to be an interesting box in the future. I know that for certain. That's alright. Right now it's sort of half full. Okay, guys, you need to come with me. Because if you don't, we are going to leave you behind. I prefer not to leave my robots behind today. A bunch of scrap. The next landing should be a little bit less interesting. A little bit more dull, I know, and I'm a little disappointed it'll be a dull landing, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a dull landing. So let's go back onto the Novice, and we'll sort that out. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Back to Novice, sir. It was a good trip. We did what we needed to do. Oh, it's such a shame of all the things to go wrong while out in space. Okay. Might as well take those because, quite frankly, there's probably uses for them. And I've flown straight past one of them. Aha! And let's just take a box of these. I'm sure my robots will be very excited about the whole situation. What's going on here? Oh, thank goodness, I thought I was being attacked. We don't need that. I guess we just carry a lot of concrete on us. Yeah, I suppose we do. I don't really need the concrete in space, honestly. What I do need in space is this capsule. Did I just put it in there? Where is it? Actually, where's a lot of the stuff that's going into this? Like, why do I not have any cargo rocket sections? Is this bugged for some reason? Oh, my space capsule's gone. That's, confusing. They got me again. Whatever. It's fine. It's not, but what am I going to do about it, right? Yeah, it's like a bunch of stuff that I built just disappeared. And it's Still despairing? Yeah, this has become like a thing that just eats things. Let's pick that up. Put it down again. Unfortunately, I would have got rid of the things I was building. Why is it eating my things? Uh... Thank you, Evil Pla. Thank you so much. My things are down there. I feel real stupid now, by the way, but that's okay. Yeah, that's why it's eating my things. Ah, I'm an idiot. That's all right. Thank you. There we go. Just put everything back in there now. Thank you. We don't need some of those things. It's all right. Wow. That was a new level of how did I make that mistake. I literally built that warehouse just to make sure I didn't carry a bunch of shit in space I didn't want. That's literally the point of that warehouse. Whatever. That's all right. Oh, I've got space pipes with me. Awesome. Those can go back into space without a freaking doubt. And let's just prepare it to go to the landing pad. Ain't no reason it should go anywhere else. Cogs? Sure, why not? Okay. That's alright. We learned some stuff today. Some of the things we learned were not super positive things about myself, but that's okay. We now want to get space transport belts. At least this time it wasn't actually bugged out. You know what? I've just became the person that I hate. The one that goes, what? This didn't work. Is it bugged? Is it bugged? Is it bugged? Oh no, it must be bugged. The game's bugged. No, you're just an idiot. I've become what I what I hate. Damn it. What do I even do with all this concrete? In my defense, one thing was actually bugged, but doesn't mean it's right. We will put these solar panels out as well, just because an extra 4 megawatts of power, sometimes good. And my power was over here, yep. So if we go like this. There we go. We got a little bit more power during the day. That's nice. Everyone loves a little bit more power. Hopefully. I mean, they're not particularly great, but you know, they almost do the same amount of power with 49 as 378, 339 of them do, so yeah, helps. And we might want to put the concrete in the box because we don't need that much concrete. We just don't. These in there, we'll probably have a right, but we've actually got no way to get rid of the trash when we do that, so Maybe that's not a great idea. Again, best intentions, not great results. Okay, we really don't carry laser turrets anymore because we make the base do all my laser work. Where are you guys off to? Oh, you guys are doing upgrades, were you? Okay, cool. Carry on then. Okay, go back in there. Sorry, I'm still laughing at just why I thought that was bugged. Yeah. Okay, so copper and steel. Okay, there was probably a better way to do that, but I certainly didn't take it. Okay. And finally we want our small electric motors, which we can belt on over this way. Wonderful. So now what we've got to do is get the loop connected and get, of course, the inserters in. Now for now I don't think there's any harm in just having thousands upon thousands of these in the base, because they'll be needed. Same with space pipes, but for now the plan is probably move that. Okay, now I saw the lubricant over here, we brought it down here. We did indeed bring it down here, we put it over across there. Okay. People saying like, ah, system is bugged, that's got to be the only answer, and then finding out it's just like user error. It's just the very essence of office life. Because every computer's broken, isn't it? No, you're just pressing Alt F4, thinking it's a valid key combination. I mean, it's a valid key combination, but not if you want to, like, save. Just make that clear. If you're wanting to save, probably stop pressing Alt F4 is my advice. But that's how I've always saved. Like people putting like emails they want to keep in a folder called deleted items. Where did my emails go? I needed them. They're very important. Well, they don't exist anymore because you deleted them all. But they should have been safe there. Why would they have been safe there? To be fair, I've never had anyone do that one, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I've read it. We've all read that one. And just like everyone who's used a computer for a long time just is very perplexed of like, why would you think that? Okay, so a lot of this stuff here, we don't have. We're not going to be making these fancy belts just yet. And even when we do, we have to make them in space. So not worth worrying about. What we do need to make, however, is space splitters and space underground, but no, My goodness. And space underground belts, which you're going to need steel. Steel and advanced circuits. Okay. And more lube, obviously. What we might do is put these down here. 2 of these. Turn it around. And that's a bad idea. So that goes straight through that. I can't imagine how that's going to cause me any problems. Well, it won't work anyway, so there we go. What if I just filled up my rocket with lube? Would that be a good idea? I can't imagine how it would be a bad idea. I am, of course, kidding. It sounds like a terrible idea. And space splitters. Now later on these will be connected to the space by signal transmitters, but the signal transmitters aren't currently in place because I didn't put them up there when I had the chance. That's the only reason we didn't do it. We had the chance, didn't do it. Why not? Didn't do it. It's not really a good reason, is it? No. And actually, this would probably be better if we just moved it out a little bit. And moved these out a little bit because we do need to bring in steel. But just steel. So if we do steel like that, going on the other side, and what should happen is we should get an empty belt at that point, which is good because that's what we want. Then we want to put advanced circuits in here. Where are they going? They're not really going anywhere super useful. Cool. Inventory is full. I suppose it is, isn't it? It shouldn't even be there. Whatever. It was. Not for any real reason, though, so I guess that just goes back to the shouldn't even be there line, doesn't it? Okay, and that powers all that up again. Meaning these can now fire their dark intents. That's not going to connect properly. There we go. That should more or less do it. What we are going to do though is we're going to connect this here, and we're going to make some wires because we do not want infinite things. Enable, disable, let's say the splitters. That's underground. Okay, well I'm glad I checked because that would have gone very interesting otherwise. If they're under, say, 200, which it is. That's going to be very similar except splitters. And finally, actually we do need one more of these. Because we probably don't want infinite belts as well. But we do want like 1,000 of them, so 1,000 should suffice for now. So that will make my belts. Kinda wish I hadn't built it so close to this, but I did. And that'll make quite a few stacks of them, and it'll get built eventually. These won't actually get built at all because they don't... Oh, those don't even... Oh, yes, they do. So these take a little while to build. That's okay. The important thing is they are getting built, and one day we will be able to go into space. That's always the critical thing. As long as you can go into space one day, you should be happy. Probably would be good if I didn't have them quite going like that. But again, we do. The rocket is 42% done. Cool. Belts are going in. I think we could probably go with another 200 bots as well. If the fact we don't have 200 bots to go in there. So we'll just put in what we got. Okay. I don't need space transport belts. They will build themselves. This will take a little while before they actually start making their own, but we're not going to worry too much about that. How long until Disaster Town? 5 hours. Okay, that's fine. We should be absolutely fine with most of that. I'll let those guys do their work. Good job. How are we doing in terms of tanks? The tanks look to be mostly full. So they're still putting the last little top-ups. You know, I'd feel a little bit happier if I just put a little bit more steam in here. There's no harm in having a little bit bigger batteries than we need. So you open up one of those things, 500 degree steam's going to come out. It'll feel real bad. Don't do that. Now, just in case I forget, I don't think that's happening, but I'm going to put an accumulator here, which I don't actually carry any of those right now. I'm going to get an accumulator. I'm going to have to drop over those ores at some point as well. That base looks like it's kind of fucked. Okay. So let's go repair that base. So we're going to need laser turrets. Laser turrets typically kept... Those are flamethrower turrets. Laser turrets are over here. Ish. I'll find them, don't worry. This base is perfectly well organized. I know where everything is except for one laser turret. I'll rephrase that. I know where one laser turret is. I kind of expected to get a bit more than that. Okay. Should be fine. And do we have any construction bots with me currently? Or did they all get lost? Let's be honest, we all know they all got lost. I'll go grab them in a moment. We'll just empty out these ores. Many happy bubbles. Still don't know why I'm carrying around like this 8 uranium. Like, what do I think is going to happen with that uranium, honestly? Oh, okay, so it does stop it for a little bit, but then it does proceed. That's what we wanted to see. Cool. So let's... I love pressing the navigation key, so it's just like, whee! Anyway, it's completely irrelevant. It's just funny every time, to me. Ooh. That was not a good salvo, guys. Just glad that didn't hit anything relevant. I mean, when there's 5 meteorites and you fire 4 shots, it's a little bit under what you'd expect, but we're okay. That's what matters. Okay. Probably got to fix up this base now. Thankfully, it looks like nothing that actually matters got damaged. I mean, sure, some lasers got destroyed and that sucks, but we didn't lose any of the mine. So we've still got 1.6 million copper to go through there. And trains are still getting through that, which is highly exciting. Hey, thanks for following Siknua? Sorry if I got that one wrong. Well, thank you for following all the same. I hope that my butchering of your name has not offended you in any way. We're getting close to 130. That's exciting. Okay, so this base hopefully should be able to hold, but I think going out and telling these guys just to lay off for a little bit will probably help. Gosh, I love the Tesla gun. I gotta figure out how to make more ammo for this thing, though. Meanwhile, we're under attack here, but that's pretty normal, honestly. Okay, so that should lay off the attacks there. I really wish they would just attack straight into the base that can actually defend itself better. But, you know, that's life. You don't always get what you want. How are these going? They are decreasing. May need to expand for more oil later. Copper, looking okay. Iron. My little iron mine is shrinking. That's concerning. I do have 136 iron here, which is not much, and this iron ore mine is almost out as well, so there's 1.1 million there, but it's a small little patch. I mean, we could expand this line out to down here, but we get no real resources for doing that. But it's fun. Maybe that's the real prize. A real quick question though, how do you build more Tesla ammo? 10 batteries and 1 holmium plate. Well, okay, the Tesla batteries aren't a problem, I will say that for certain, but holmium plate, a little bit trickier. Okay, next up we need to build space pipes. This is still going as far as I can tell. We probably want to turn these auto productivity 2s. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but they aren't. If that slows things down to the point that we need to build more, I mean, we build more pulverizers, that's okay. But I would just rather that we really max out my productivity on these. We've discovered a new planet, star, Tenuous. A lot of stars right now. My god, it's full of stars, as they say. I only want to include stars. Yep. So we're around Calidus, which appears to be almost the brightest star in the heavens, aside from Hankorus. Hanko-Russ. That actually sounds a lot like someone I know. Hanko-Roos. Oh, I could have just done that. Okay, that's fine. I find it interesting we haven't actually found anything else that's just core. Everything else is like, this planet is the only one that's really balanced around cores, and everything else is just like, yeah, whatever we find. Who gives a shit? Okay. let's empty my inventory of crap for a little bit, which of course does mean going to the wood box, putting in the wood, taking the fuel. This can probably be dismantled at some point, but we haven't got there yet. Laser turrets, do I hold on to them? I really don't see why I should. And I really don't need one steam turbine. There's a place that this can go. And it's not in my inventory. It's... Where am I building all my steam turbines? I know I had a thing that was set up just to build steam turbines for the inevitable death laser. But I don't remember where it was. Down here? It was down here. We have 320 of them. Excellent. That's almost the number we wanted. So if we can get, what was my number? 401 turbines. Okay. So if we can fill out this box, actually, why don't I just stop that? Pick up that. Do that. Turn off that. Done. So if we can fill up that box of steam turbines, then we should be in a situation that the death laser shouldn't be a problem. Now, we did originally leave to pick up an accumulator for that preparation. I know we're preparing for this 5 hours before it is relevant, but like I always say, better prepare for it 5 hours before it's relevant than a minute after it's too late. I've never said that before, but it's still true. And we want a power switch, which is going to require some iron plates, not a big deal. These are still going, that's fine. Wow, we've got like just a hole in the wall there. I don't particularly like that, but that can be fixed up. Or rather, built. Okay, now power circuit switch. So the plan is we're going to still filling up the tanks a little bit. That's okay. Once it's full, we will prepare for the inevitable excitement. Now the plan is we want to, of course, get a copper wire. Actually, let's just do it this way. We don't have to spend our hard-earned resources on some copper wiring. And we don't want to spend our hard-earned resources on circuits either. Outputs A. So if A is... How do we just burn it through a lot of power? If A is less than, say, 50%, then we connect it. So actually, let's just test it now. If A is greater than 50%, it goes ka-chunk. So if it's less than 50%, ka-chonk. So it shouldn't take power right now, but if we say... And it's less than 50%. Awesome, that's what we wanted to see. Okay, and so from Mighty Panda, just so you know, we put your name up in lights in the base. There we go. I haven't done it with flashing yet. Did I spell it right? That's what I'm scared about now. Mighty Panda me. I did, good. I missed the Y originally. But you didn't notice, so it's fine. But, yeah. So, your name's up in the lights, but we'll do it flashing later. I'm looking in her direction if you don't know. She's not actually in the room right now, and she can't even see me looking in that direction, but I know, and that's what matters. Okay. So we've got logistics pods, we've got space belts, just gotta get space pipes up there. Now the whole point of this is it shouldn't really be releasing the steam until it's go time. And once this is all fully pumped in, which still doing some, which is a bit interesting. The accumulators don't seem to be touched when that happens, which is fine. Actually very good. I prefer the accumulators not to have to go freaking out, because we really don't have a lot of them. Okay, we wanted 200 of these, which really not making anything at the moment. That's okay, it'll get there. The important thing is these are all making things. These are made 84, this one's made 118. Can we speed these up? Probably, but not right now. Okay. So next thing we need to do is space pipes. Good news is the longer pipes don't really need much. Glass isn't on the bus. That's a problem. Glass should be on the bus. It got left behind. Right next to steel, which is where I just put the electric circuits. Oh dear, not the electric circuits, the small motors. Oh no! We will move glass ever so slightly now. Problem solved. Okay, so space pipes. They need copper cable, glass, steel plate, and plastic bars. I don't really care to do anything else fancy with them. Just need them to exist. But we do need copper wiring as well. How long does it take to make these? 10 seconds. Okay. But quite honestly, we can probably do this arrangement. Copper wire. And bring it in this way. Of course, we will deal with exactly how that's going to be done. And I'm going to say just a moment, but why don't I do it now? Okay, so copper wire, shoop, there. Wonderful. Probably doesn't even need to be quite, a 1 to 3 would be fine. But, it takes 5 kilowatts. It's not really saving much power anyway. Okay, now we need glass, steel, and other things. Forgot what it was. Glass, steel, and... that's going the wrong way. Plastic. And is there any particular numbers? No, frankly, it doesn't matter. So, glass, steel, plastic, and outwards. Okay, and that should more or less take care of it. And that comes that. plastic can split. Steel can split. Everything else can come down. These, I don't know if I need a lot of stone bricks anymore, but eh. Better to be prepared, right? We are one off. That's a little disappointing, but whatever. Sorted it out. And glass, which... How about we put glass in the right place? In celebration of how we didn't for steel. I didn't put it in the right place. Never mind. We still messed it up. Oopsies. Okay. Cool. And that will make my pipes. Slowly. We're gonna need a lot of pipes. Maybe we even do like another row of them. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of space stuff happening in space. There's trees. I don't like trees. They just get in my way. Okay. And what I'll do, I'll put this here, into that, and then we will also lock it. So if we have enough space pipes, we don't want infinite space pipes, we know that. Enabled less than, say, 1,000. Do we need to worry about underground pipes? Yeah, probably actually. It's probably not a bad idea. Do we need to worry about these longer pipes? But it's probably for the best to get rid of, get prepared for other things. We're going to do it this way. Not quite that way. There we go. I can't imagine we need too many of these, but I mean, let's be honest, it might happen. And that way we can be prepared for that. How many of these do we need? I'd say 200 is probably enough. So this is filling up with things that we definitely need for space, which is nice. Happy to see that. We shouldn't lose much this time as well, or anything in fact. There is a 99.51% chance of cargo safety. So that's a 0.5% chance of not cargo safety. And a 1% chance of not landing. I'll be honest, I don't like those numbers very well. Those are some scary ass numbers. The good news is though, probably get rid of this. Oh no, wait, this is actually required. This is the train system that brings in the stuff. We can, however, get rid of a lot of this. Because that is for the old base that's never really going to be used again. Cargo safety means you lose equal to... Oh, okay. So I'm still going to lose items going to space. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's just a wonderful fact that I didn't really want to know, I think. And that probably needs to be a bit bigger as a crap box. We probably need to send something around to pick this up at some point. Or unload it into a base that gets attacked a lot and they can work on it. Okay, that does make sense. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, that's fine. That deals with most of the parts of this remnants. Well, it doesn't deal with like the weapons part of the base that I just do not need anymore, but oh hell, that's probably bad. Cool. So now I'm going to turn off this, and I'm going to make a thing where it's going to blacklist power poles, blacklist rubber ports, and then that's great. That fills me with joy and excitement. And it's going to take some fish as well, but that's okay. Probably should have not done the anything along there. That's probably not the best idea I've had. The good news is that should more or less take care of everything once it's powered. And then we can figure the rest out as we go along. Okay, so they should start be pulling that part of the base apart. Really broken English there, but you know what I mean. And if we could put a radar there, that would be awesome. This part of this base is quite dark right now, and I'm not super fond of that. I get very scared in the dark. They don't know what's out there. Okay. So now I believe, oh, actually we can probably need to change the signaling around a little bit here. Actually, the signaling looks just fine. The only thing I might want to change is, oh, can you not destroy those things, please? I kind of need them for saving the world. Okay, well the pumps say they're done. So I'm going to believe them on that. I really don't want the launches to fail, but I guess that's what you have technology for, right? Gonna happen. Okay, so I wanted 200 of those underground belts, right? That's what I was after. So they'll stop coming. I knew there would be Dagu. I just knew it. Welcome aboard, sir. How are you doing? Have you finished your phone call yet? Yep, I'm aware of that. I've done one of them so far, but 3 hours. My goodness. The war cow's back, I hear. Always good. Bessie the war cow. She's always... I could take away Warhorn. Maybe I should just call it Warhorn slash Bessie the war cow. I don't know. It's a dumb idea, but hey, welcome to the channel. Okay. You need a battle meow. Oh, gonna have a battle cow and a battle meow? Oh fuck, it rhymes. Shit. That's a really good point. Just the problem is a lot of the cat sounds are just really not happy cats, and it makes me sad. You're like, and I'm like, oh geez, that cat's having a bad day. I guess that is a battle meow when you think about it, which I hadn't clearly. No, I want to hold on to those. You know, I want to support happier cats than cats that are upset about something, because then I feel bad. It's in a compilation of happy little meow chirps. I mean, I wonder if, I don't know if this is possible. You know, it probably definitely is. I just don't know how to use Twitch very well, but I'm sure you could do something where, like, you have it set up that it will make different types of sounds when someone clicks on it. I really need to learn Twitch to do things like that. Because I see people do all sorts of amazing things with Twitch, and I just don't know how to do any of it. But one day I'll get around to that. That way we get different cat sounds. That's really what we need more, though. More than anything else, just cat sounds. Okay. So, next up, we need to start improving our beacons. We know this to be true. So now that we're getting away from the space machine, the space machine! Yeah, exactly. That's something I want to do. And then I just have abundance of random sound, and that'll be great. I do love the sounds. Okay. Damaged spaceship console. How does it get damaged? Okay. Beacons are next, because we need to make sure we always have some beacons. So, hello. Thank you for the almonds. I have received almonds in my cat bowl. Now, the good news is we are getting some regular space pipes. I haven't been hit by a train yet. I'm actually pretty amazed by that. I don't have as many trains going, so that's probably why. But it is pretty amazing. Okay, beacons. Let's get onto it. I don't think we need too many boxes. Look, honestly, how fast to make beacons? 15 seconds? If we need beacons, so many beacons that one every 15 seconds is not fast enough, we got other problems. So we need advanced circuits, small electric motors, concrete, and steel plates. Okay. So advanced circuit and electric engines and steel is probably pretty easy to put in. So we need, I don't actually think we've got concrete in the bus. That's probably a bad thing. Where is concrete? I know we brought it down at some point. I don't think we brought it all the way down. So, I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on the Switch over the last few days just because I love that series. And if anyone's played it, they'll have seen this, but if you haven't, the main character for some reason, Naruto, runs everywhere. And it just... why? Why is that the way the main character... I mean, like, I'm not even going to go like, oh, the character looks like a girl, to the point that my wife immediately had to ask, like, are you playing as a male or a female in this game? Like, yeah, okay. The character does look like a girl. I agree with that. But why do they Naruto run everywhere? Why? They don't need to do that. But they do. They Naruto run everywhere. That's crazy. Just hands outstretched. It is funny, though. But the thing is, it's not a joke game. It's a serious game, so I don't know. Again, that's what blows my mind. Like, this might just be the fact that, you know, Western countries see Naruto running and we, like, mock it. Because, you know, that's how you avoid bullets when you're raiding Area 51. But maybe that note never got to Japan? I don't know. That's my only assumption, that the note of don't Naruto run everywhere, it looks ridiculous. You know, made it Japan, they're like, Naruto running is like a time-honored tradition from Dragon Ball. And we're like, maybe it is, but don't do it. Because I remember watching original Dragon Ball and seeing like Goku, Naruto running around. Of course, it wasn't Naruto running because, you know, Naruto wasn't even around then. Dragon Ball was like 80 something? When was original Dragon Ball? The ultimate question. Dragon Ball manga 84. Okay. There you go. So yeah, a little bit before Naruto, I suppose. Still weird. But you know, just going and summoning demons. I was going to buy Final Fantasy V so I could practice for the 5-job fiesta in July, but then I was like, I probably got time. I probably don't need to worry about 5-job fiesta yet. Because, you know, it happens in July and it's a while away. A little bit too soon to worry about something that happens in July. We make that a little bit tighter. Okay. Cool. But I will need to play Final Fantasy V because it is, in my opinion, the best Final Fantasy game. And I don't really care if people disagree with me on that one because it's, you know, that's a weird answer that people give. People are like, no, you know what, 7's better or 6 is better. Those are the usual ones people say. Sometimes someone says 13's better, but I think they're trolling. I mean, I liked 13, but it wasn't a good game. But man, 5, so good. Just a good game with the job class system. Okay, so we need to get that. You know, if it goes down, it's not really a big deal. But we have actually, for a change, put it on the exact line that we wanted it on. Which, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. And that should start making my beacons. For some reason we didn't have Alt pressed, but we've fixed that now. And where are all my electric engines? Where are all my cogs? Is the next thing, where is all my iron? Yep, the next thing is, where is all my iron? Where is all my iron? Not going great. Iron's not really the problem, although actually it's about to be. We do have a 1.9 million iron ore reserve over there, which we could connect into here. And then we could get the iron pretty quickly. Oh, we're under attack, are we? What, by flaming corpses? I don't think we're under attack at all. You've lied to me, game. Flaming corpses don't do damage. Where's all my stone? Where is all my stone? That's become a much more valid question. Oh. Okay. Looks like we've got a signaling fault. It's alright. It's fixable, I suppose. Who knows how long that's been there for? So what's the problem? There's a few problems, I suppose. That didn't really help. Yeah, that may have fixed it. Know how I'm extending that out a little bit. We'll know how bad it was by looking at these. What? Why is that all jammed? That shouldn't be jammed. That should be making... Oh no, we've made too much petroleum. Okay. That is a mistake we hadn't actually considered. What if we made too much petroleum? The answer is we build the warehouse back in again. Which is an odd response. But it is the correct response. Potentially. Hang on. Oh, yeah, because these aren't going at all. Yes. Okay. Actually separate them by one. Power it up. Now it'll of course jam up there, but that's alright. The point is, at the very least, it'll start letting go things. A lot of resources wasted there that we weren't making. Okay, so beacons being built. That's good. Happy about that. Well, actually, I don't think we put them in a box. Put them in a box, then beacons being built. Stone should be coming through again. Iron should be coming through. Yeah, iron's coming through. That's good. This iron mine does not fill up quite as fast as it needs to anymore, though. The good news is we don't need to build a defensive turret around, or defensive line around it like I used to. So that's a nice change. We'll let it keep going until it's actually done, though. No reason to stop it. Stone, I mean, we probably expand out the mine a little bit there. It's not really a big deal. 2 for stream? That's absolutely right. Well, 3 for actually, because I'm doing one on... What's the day? It's Monday. I'm doing another one on Monday, so it's a 3 for. I am enjoying this mod. It's a pretty good time. I forget the day that comes after Sunday. After Sunday is Moon Day. We should all know that. And then there's Tuesday, which I forget what god that's named after. I know Thursday is Thor's Day, and Wednesday is Odin's Day, or Woden's Day. But I forget any more than that. Okay, so beacons. We're gonna... You know what? We're actually going to remove these entirely, I think. So these were good for a while, but I think we might actually just stop that and do them more properly. Tears Day. Aha! Thank you. I always like it when, you know, just these little things. Like, I live in a nation that is very Christian orientated. I think a lot of people do. Well, actually, no, a lot of people don't. What am I talking about? European people do. It's just the nature of European colonization. But just, we've got these little things all over there. I remember Frigga. Or Frig. And then Saturday... Saturday I don't remember. Saturday I don't remember at all. Okay. So, we're going to change the way we do this. Saturday is based on Saturn. Wait, what? We just go from Norse to freaking Roman? What? What's going on? Why did we do this? Okay. So, I was about to say I really like how Christianity just throws in like Norse mythology out of nowhere, but then apparently we're just throwing in Roman mythology as well. Which actually that makes a little bit of sense because, you know, Roman Catholicism and the like. Okay, now I don't actually know if that's the correct spacings. The plan is we want to have green, red, and blue come in through here, and also batteries, I think. Let's look up speed, for instance. Yeah, we go into... when we go into 3, we start needing other stuff, which we need to actually get from space. And then it starts getting a little bit more difficult because each one requires a different metal, and I don't know if they all need machine learning data. Looks like it. Vulcanite blocks, I mean, hell, we can make those right now. And efficiencies, holmium plate. Wait, those are actually difficult resources to get aside from vulcanite. I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair, it's not working. Okay. So let's start with the easies, which is start with the easies. That's what they always said in high school. Start with the easies. Don't quite know what they were talking about, but anyway. So we want a 3 split. So we do that by this, and this one comes back and around into there. Nope. And like that. Okay, that's kind of cool as well. Just, you just got numbers. It reminds you of the joke from Friends, you know, Monday, 1 day, Tuesday, 2 day, Wednesday, Thursday, the 3rd day. So, I mean, it is almost like that in some ways. How do you define Monday? The first day, though. I guess it's that Sabbath is Saturday, right? So if Sabbath is Saturday, then I'd imagine the first day is Sunday. Yeah, okay, so it's not Monday, right? Same as Christianity in that case, then I suppose. I mean, it's not basically the same religion, but it started off Judaism, so that would make sense. Ah, that would make sense. Fair enough. My drones are slowly making their way here. Good on them. They're very lazy, but that's okay. Wow, that was almost the best planned split I've done in a while. Okay, and so that should balance them out pretty nicely. Now, the only problem could be, and I probably shouldn't have done so much work yet on that, because now we've got to get greens and batteries in here. I don't think batteries are on the bus, are they? Okay, look, these bots came all the way down here. I should probably just grab them. Guys, you worked so hard to get here. It'd be so rude to just abandon you now. I'm tempted though, I won't lie. Okay, we've got cogs coming through. We probably could throw like another cog machine in there just to... I know they're not called cogs, they're called iron gear wheels, but I like calling them cogs. Iron's a problem. Okay, we need to fix that at some point soon. And we probably don't need any more land than this. We can let that build up. Okay, iron is a problem. We have almost enough steam turbines to survive the apocalypse. That's good. Oh, we've done space pipes. Boop. That is almost ready to rock and roll. Chuck one of those in there. That really needs to... You know what? Okay. We're fixing that wall. Well, let's fix that wall first. We need to break it. Because I don't like the fact that that wall actually does struggle. So what we're going to do is we're going to dismantle this wall. So we dismantle the whole wall. And the trees. For some reason. And then we'll prepare the laser and flamethrower walls. Yeah, I haven't played vanilla in a long time, and the very concept of playing vanilla scares me. Okay, so that should be being disassembled and reassembled. Hopefully we don't have too many major problems while this is going on, but we will go and hunt down some bugs. Ah, you're gonna have to put an extra pole in there, aren't you? Tidiness is not going to be your friend, I'm afraid, on this one. And there's like some sort of shitty swamp, which is just going to make this a little bit harder. Thanks, game. Yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised by being under attack right now. Once we dismantle everything, it should be a little bit easier. Maybe once we shoot some of these guys. Oh gosh, I forget how much damage the Tesla does to the trees. Oh, I was reading chat! That's alright, I'm fine, I'm fine. Okay. So that should hold them off for a little while, as there's not a lot of pollution. Yes, there is. And that. So they will slowly get everything built up. Hopefully. We don't have any other, like, big swamp problems. Ad hoc rails are pretty horrendous, and I'm surprised I did them for so long. I did ad hoc rails for most of C Block, and for that I am truly sorry. So we're just going to rebuild everything while that's happening, and we should be up and running very soon. We get the power poles down, it'll probably be alright. Okay. Cloverleaf Intersections are pretty neat, actually. I like looking at them, they're very pretty. But I know unless I just stole someone else's blueprint, I'm just going to make a mess of it. Which is why I haven't done them. I mean, my little intersections seem to work well enough, but they do not allow multiple trains through them at the same time. I know it's not ideal, but hey, it works. Mostly. Except when it doesn't, which is all the time. Yeah, and that's probably a better way to do it. Just take what other people have done, but I don't know, for me, it just feels like you could play an entire game, I'm sure, just using blueprints from the internet. Which would be actually an interesting playthrough. Like, you're not allowed to solve your own problems, you must find someone else who solved your problem. We got a crap box. Oh. Oh no. One, choking on an almond, not great. That's the way I'm going to go. And two, they don't have any light oil prepared. Almond problem. Almonds are going to get me one day. That's going to be my demise. RIP SeiferKatt, killed by an almond. Ugh. Anyway, we'll just let that keep going and maybe it'll fix itself up. Okay, let's go back to getting my modules sorted out. So batteries is what we were just looking for. And I was saying, I don't think they're on the belt, and I'm still not seeing them. Oh, because they're over here. But they could be on the belt. How much do I need batteries for? Batteries. You know what? That still works. Batteries. Don't think I'm going to be building too many of those. I mean, in the end, it results in nothing. I think I wasn't supposed to see that one. Okay, so we probably don't need too many batteries. But what we can do is pop them down here, I think. We might need some in space. Maybe that's related to the secret ending? Doesn't look like it. So I reckon what that is I don't like that it's beeping, it makes me think. So it is related to an energy, you make it in an energy beam emitter. Actually, maybe. It's pretty close to the end of the tech tree. I have a funny feeling things are going real bad right now. I should probably go and help. Because someone broke stuff. And now it may never be repaired again. I mean, the good news is, if they broke stuff, it just means maybe things will be okay. What I might do, though, is get these bots. That's going to call more bots over here, actually. I should call the train. Yep. Yeah, they're still not quite happy about everything that's going on, are they? Maybe I do need to actually just fly around and get another layer of bases out, just to give me a bit more time. I don't even need to stay long, just fly by, destroy the bases. I don't really care too much about the worms. Some biters chasing me, I'm not too fussed by that. God, I love the Tesla gun. I understand somewhat, but not entirely. Tower would know more about that than me. If the evolution is separated between, like, different between planets. I think they are linked. But I mean, that's fine, because when I go onto the planets, I'm going to have most of the things I need. We're still under attack there. Yeah, okay. But in most cases, this should be getting resolved. Maybe? Maybe? I'll put another storage chest down there just in case. Because I do know that, see that's filling up with wood and other assorted items. If the power poles could connect to things, I think we'd be all good again. But this side looks clean, it's just, yep, flamethrowers, a whole bunch of them are online. Yeah, we'll be okay there now, I think. Especially if they start building the bottom area, which they do appear to be doing. And picking up stuff that shouldn't be there. Oh, hell. Thank you for pointing that out. It's not a big deal, but it's something I should probably go fix. That's for the ones disassembling the previous south base, which is now the southeast base. Because they reached it. Or could reach it, rather. We might need to make more batteries. Is there like... Oh, no, I always keep thinking they're being invading me from there, but... Nope. And that's not actually powered, which is, I'll be honest, a slight concern. And we put another storage box there because they want it. This is the nature base. I forgot about the nature base. That base does pretty well at defending. I'm very proud of that base. And they should be about done assembling this area. We can probably turn off pollution as well. Okay, and I would like to see a radar here. How long we got? We have got 4 hours until Sun Doomsday. That will be on Thursday then, confirmed. Unless I have a lot of people watching on next in the next few days, and then I'll probably keep playing anyway, and we'll see. We don't need anything coming into here. I don't think we've got anything coming into here, actually. So a lot of these tanks can just be removed now. They've done their job. They were required just to get the initial push. Initial push has been completed. That part of the base is still under attack. But honestly, as long as they come north a bit, it'll sort itself out. I'm not really caring too much. I mean, it's not a good sound, I won't lie. But mostly it should be okay. If they could just put some more power poles down, please. I'm just going to pretend that everything's okay, and I'm just going to talk loudly over those noises, and if I do that, then it'll be okay. I have 400 turbines ready to go. I've done the math. 401 turbines, 76 tanks. I've rounded up a little bit just to be on the safe side. It only needs to do that power for, like, the peak. So as long as it can handle the peak power, we should be okay. So the tank's required for the longevity of the wall of the thing, and the rest is required for the peak moments. Oh god, guys, can you just please deal with this? The longer this is going, the more I'm thinking, oh, okay, now they're dealing with it. Okay, great. Sort of. As long as they put more, yeah, guys, it's great carrying repair packs, but can you actually carry, you know what, I'm not going to watch them. They're fine. You don't need to watch them. They're okay. Every time that noise happens, I just die a little bit more inside. Okay. Now we do want to have those batteries go in there at some point, but not right now. We are missing underground belts. That is problematic. Alright, we can go grab some. And yeah, that's probably fine for now. Okay, so we do actually need to pick up underground belts. Done. We're going to need some more of these. Wow. Iron is really hitting us hard, isn't it? Okay, after we're done with the modules, we're going to have to go deal with iron. We just need like one section of pipe, guys. And then we need to really put a radar down there, which I'm not sure if they're carrying, so we're just going to put that there. I think they might have a radar available. Okay, it's time to turn my fan up to level 2. Getting hot in here. Or is it just me? Nope, it's getting hot in here. This summer's going to be a killer. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe the summer won't be a killer. Now if I could do that. Can't see anything thanks to the smoke. Okay, we're good. Good morning! How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Actually, if we can do that. And then we'll put the batteries in a sneaky space. We put the batteries in like this, then we're all good. Ah, fantastic. Good start to the morning. I've heard anyway. I don't drink coffee, but I've heard people like it. My wife is a fiend for it. Okay, that's good. So that gets my module 1s sorted. Yeah, a lot of people are, I've noticed. I say that like I didn't know, like, really? Are they? Yeah, a lot of people are pretty dependent on coffee, and that's... My wife just shouted coffee. She heard me talking about coffee, and she's excited now. Hmm? What was that? Oh, you're typing coffee. Oh no. I guess everyone will know soon. My favorite line is she asks me, when am I going to get her coffee next? That's a common request. Like, oh, I didn't know I was getting you coffee. She's like, no, you're definitely doing that. So, she's happy and that's what matters. Okay, so that makes my beacon level 1s. Now, of course, we did have level 1s before, but we just didn't think about efficiency modules before, which we now have to. Then we want to do level 2s. This is now the coffee stream with the guy who literally cannot drink coffee. Okay, so now... Yeah, I actually can't drink coffee at all. Strimba? Strimbler? The hell's Strimbler? This is my new name. I would have loved to have built these one more separated, actually. So if we can separate that by 2, that's going to be a little bit of a pain, but that's all right. Right. What can I drink? I can drink water. I can drink Fanta, which is the best soft drink. Look, honestly, I mean, hot chocolates, I can do hot chocolates. You know, because... What? You know, because I'm an absolute child who has to drink hot chocolates. That's... Oh, guys, we're there. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. A bunch of them decided they would go somewhere else. I'm not okay with that, but that's what they did. Oh, thick shakes? I do drink thick shakes. You're quite right. I love a thick shake. But yeah, I just... Caffeine is real bad for me, so I can't have it. It's really as simple as it gets. So yeah. So where am I at with that one? Doesn't really matter. People are like, how do you live? And I was like, I just, I don't know. Breathing. Just doing normal human things, I guess. Yeah, that kind of broke things in a really humorous way just then. That wall kind of problem. Oh, I agree, nothing wrong with a hot chocolate. Just some people are like, oh, it's such a childish drink. When I was a child, I used to drink hot chocolates, and now I'm better than that. I'm like, well, cool, good for you. You're better than me. Most people are. Okay, we're going to move that one across. But, you know, the alternative of drinking coffee is far, far worse, so I'm not too fussed by it. It really comes down to it. Insert productivity module. Inventory is full. Okay, that's bad. I just chuck these in there for now. I think if I put a roboport down, just temporary measure, I want to actually delete these ones. That way they can try and... Okay. I don't want you guys to be stealing my shit. Put that there, then they should be happy again. Or they're just perpetually stuck. What logistic system is this connected to? It shouldn't be connected to anything. Yeah, okay, we've got a lot of lost drones right now. A little frustrating. But it is a mistake that I have made on my own with not realizing the logistic system was still somewhat connected. just got to take all those really fancy circuits away. Cool, thanks guys. Okay. Any way to take things that are in flight? I don't know. Also, don't do that. Oops. Okay. We are out of long-handled inserters. That's probably going to be a pain. Given the fact we've done all this so we could use long-handled inserters. Okay. Just seeing how we're doing for timing. Might go for another 15 minutes to make it a solid 3 hours. We are going to bust down all this very soon. Okay. What do I even have left? Put this wood down. How many... The interesting thing is, how many construction bots do I have right now? Way more than I should do. That's fascinating. Not good, but fascinating. I don't need anything on that side, but I do need these. And then we can do that. Yes. Copy that. And copy that. And then, oh, I don't know, copy that. Yes. There we go. We've got a lot of speed module 2s, apparently. I guess we didn't need to move any of these. Okay. Get rid of those rocks. So that makes my speed module, or my module 2s, which is good. Out of curiosity, that's actually about right. Which is cool. Then we're going to worry about my... There's a tree in the way. Get out of here, you dead, dry, hairy tree. I didn't make up the name. It's just what it's called. Okay. And then... I guess we do 2 of these? It's a little bit more than what we need. Did we forget about beacons again? We did. It's fine. It doesn't need to be beaconed anyway. It's okay. Then we bring them in. In. Get those out of the way. And we have run out of assembly machines. If you're doing a build and you don't run out of things midway through, have you really done a build? About it. The answer is of course not. These are still going. These are not because probably iron. Okay, we're fixing up iron in just a moment, so don't worry about that. No. Any of them are not going, it's probably because their inserter tried to grab something that it shouldn't have. Okay. Probably should have thought about power as well, but I didn't. Okay, and then I didn't actually think about what we're going to do with these, which is take them back out. And put them in boxes. For now. And we probably don't need more than that. Okay, and with that we should be good. I should be making things now. So, oh, except we're not. Why are we not making things? Oh, because this isn't actually connected. Haha! Okay, it's connected now. Okay. And so now we're making tier 3 things, which will reduce my power consumption, which is good in a bunch of places. Now, I don't like the fact we don't have many electric circuits coming through. Why is that? Because copper is shit? Yeah, pretty much. Copper is shit. Oh, goodness gracious me. What is going on there? Yeah, is the answer for why copper is shit. Okay. Maybe we should have a chain signal here rather than anything else. Maybe we should have a chain signal. Yeah, I know. I know. Wise words, sir. Yeah, you know what? Chain signal. Let's take that one step back. Another chain signal there. It's fine. Chain signal there as well, so it's chain signals most of the way through. And chain signal only if that is fine. Okay, that should fix that. This track was really not designed to deal with this problem. And the more we can pull away from it, probably the happier we'll be. Wow, there's not a lot of coal left here. Chain before, rail after. Yeah, I know. I'm a child who's being told off. I know. Always neglect. Look. Oh, did I leave them behind again? Probably. I I like leaving the bots behind and just calling them lazy as if it was their fault that they got left behind, when it's entirely my fault. That's because I'm a bad bot dad. Okay, that's way too many of those. Okay. You know, it's just like saying how lazy they are. It's like, you know what? Other robots aren't as lazy as you. I went round to a bot school the other day. All the bots were doing good work. Why can't you be good like them? And they're like, I'm sorry, I'm trying. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I have no bots, son. That got real dark. Alright. We're going to need some combiners as well, actually, for this. And some warehouses. Actual warehouses, please. We gonna need concrete as well. Okay. Okay, that's enough steel, I think. No, it's not. But we could do with a bit more concrete. There we go. That's enough concrete, definitely. More steel. We just go swoop. And a swoop clearly was not enough steel. That's okay. Sometimes a swoop is better than a whoop. I don't think I need to explain that. I think everyone gets it. Okay, so this iron mine has gone down from 1.3 million, I think, to 516. And that unfortunately has slowed it down quite considerably. This probably needs to... No, that's probably fine. Yeah, let's get rid of these trees. They're all... What? Hangman, why licky? Why not licky, I guess? Sorry. Sorry I said that aloud. Okay, the bots will catch up when they get around to it. You know what? Just had a thought. I do that. Yeah, fine, you want to be like that? Fine, we'll keep that part. Okay. Yep, that's good, except for the fact that that's not. How about relative? We're good now? Yeah, we're good now. Okay, this is good. Oh, way faster. Where's this trick been my entire life? I tell you, it's always been there. I've just been lazy, like those bots. Tick, 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 tick. I mean, sure, it's probably wasting some resources, but I don't care. Go. I did. I don't know why I didn't think of that just then. I did know that. One of those moments where you said that, I'm like, of course I knew that. Did I not do that? And I think about it, I'm like, nope, no, I didn't do that. But thank you for letting me know, just in case I forgot, which I guess I did. Also, it appears that we came out here. Doesn't seem to be. Unless your jetpack key is the same as like another key. I've got my jetpack key as this key. It just flies. I said it. It was useful. Wow, hang on. I gotta clean up my mouse pad. That's gross. Sorry, you didn't need to know that. Ugh. I've got an old World of Warcraft mouse pad from Wrath of the Lich King, so that tells you how old it is. Which is a little bit of gunk build up there, which, you know, that's what I like about the vinyl mats. They're very easy to just sort of scrape off with your fingernail. Really clean, really exactly hygienic is what you really wanted. Okay. Probably couldn't go bad to set this up as well. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We should do that. But I mean, the Wrath of the Lich King lets you know how old this mouse pad is, because, you know, Wrath of the Lich King was the third expansion? I mean, that's when I thought, like, I needed to buy the collector's edition, obviously. I don't know what happened to any of the collector's edition stuff. I think I probably threw it away, honestly. I'll go get those bots in a moment. You're right, it was the second expansion. Wow, okay. Yikes. The third Cataclysm? Back then I used to actually play. I didn't really play a lot. I think I was a WoW head is a bit much. It was really funny though when I was play WoW. Like my friends are like, "Oh, we'll never see you again because you're going to play so much WoW," and I'm like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And they're like, "People who play WoW don't play anything else, and they just play like the game until like 3 in the morning." And I was like, "I already play video games till 3 in the morning. This is no different." Um, but it was just like, "Oh, we'll never see you again. This is the last time we see you." And I'm like, probably not. Like I already play video games super late into the night. And sure enough, it didn't change a damn thing. I mean, I had friends that it kind of did destroy their lives in a, in a way that's actually not funny, despite the fact I'm kind of laughing. I've lost my drones again, haven't I? I have. Up until like a ridiculous hour playing. Like up until like 4 in the morning playing WoW, and then they would have work starting at 7. And it's just like, you can't keep living like this. And they did for a long time, probably longer than they should have. Um, you know, I think everyone has a story. Like everyone who's like into gaming knows one of those people that WoW did actually consume them. I don't think I've ever really had a game consume me that badly. I mean, one could say, "Oh, Factorio," but I mean, I've had the game for years, and I'm not even at 2,000 hours played. Not even, guys. So, yeah. What is dead may never die. No, even death can wither and die. I messed up. Okay, let's just connect that. Die. Let's just get rid of those. We can insert those on our own. But yeah, I enjoyed the warnings of people telling me that I would play so much WoW that I would never play anything else. And I was like, honestly, with how much I spend on video games, I would appreciate that. I used to spend a lot more money on video games back then, of course. It's because, you had to make sure you played the latest and greatest games. These days I just play indie games. I mean, still, I probably spend more on games than I wish I did, but certainly I don't spend, during this time of the year, I would be buying like every AAA game back in the day. And I know people do that now, and that's totally fine for them. I'm not saying they're not allowed to. It's piracy was rampant. Yeah, okay. I never really got into piracy on the PC. Like any piracy I did, one I didn't do. It's fine. But also it was like I just bought my games. Like it was fine. I don't mind paying for games. Never really bothered me, honestly. Okay. Yeah, games here cost about $100. So it is expensive. But I don't think it's the equivalent of $100 US. It's equivalent to, I mean, real quick, let me just do a real check thing. NZD to USD. So 100 US dollars. So we're paying about $70 for US for video games. I mean, what do you do if something happens to the internet, What are you going to do? Probably should have counted before doing this, but that's alright. It's probably going to be fine. It wasn't bad, actually. And we will then combine everything into one belt up here. I mean, you couldn't store the entire internet. There's too much porn on there. We all know that. We were all young. We all were horny as heck. Okay. Combine, combine, combine. It's fine. So that combines those two belts. We could just do that. Let's get it down to that. Actually, maybe it would be fine just getting it down to that. Get it down to 2 belts. Okay, and then you have that go like that. Oops, there's a rock in the way. Okay, so we're going to just get this connected and then we are done for the night. But do not fret because we will be playing again tomorrow night. So if you've enjoyed tonight and want to watch more, please give a follow if you're not currently already following. I would love to see you here again. If you would like to, if you can't make it and you would like to watch it, you can find it on youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That is where I post morning for you, yes. I stream at a weird time being in New Zealand. I can't really help that. That's just New Zealand time zone for you. But yeah, so if you miss an episode or you want to go back and find out what happened in a previous episode, you can do that at youtube.com/SeiferKatt. You may also subscribe to me if you do so feel inclined. Subscribing to me will support me, and also I will write your name in the base in flashing letters. So there is a reward now that got introduced yesterday's stream, where if you pay the 5,000 channel points, free, I'll write your name in there. But if you want it flashing, much like Satellite Island over here, in the colors of your choice, we can get that done for you. Of course, you don't have to support me in that way. I will be absolutely fine. I don't need that, but if you want to, you can. Um, whatever works for you. I'm happy either way. I need to properly wire all this to work. That's okay. We'll figure it out. What else? Well, there is also a Discord channel that you can join if you wish to get in contact with me outside the normal streaming hours. You can do that, and the link for that is also below, just like the YouTube link, because keep everything together, All the cool people do. Keep it together. The iron is now working, aside from this one that doesn't feel like it wanted to, and this should got to get itself done. So that is a lot of iron that we should be getting all done. We will need to still set up the circuitry for it, but we will do that early on the stream on Monday. So then we should be fine for iron again. Tomorrow, I don't really have a plan what we're going to be doing, but we'll figure out something. Should be exciting. So anyway, with that, I am done. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time or some other time when you're around. Take care, everyone. Expect biter noises while it's on its away screen, because that always happens. Hey, no worries. Thanks for coming.